We are here on the women's side for the RSC Women's Track and Field Media Day. This is new here on the conference website. Happy that you could join us. From left to right on your screen, we have Nevaeh Brown. She is on the far left, a junior from Louisville, Kentucky. Nevaeh. How are you?
I'm good.
You doing good? Okay. Coach. Coach is in the middle. Coach, how are you?
Hey, doing well. How are you?
Good. And then on the far end, I'm gonna say her name incorrectly. I know her last name. Caton. Caton. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I got it right. Gabby Caton. She's a senior from Beaumont, California. Gabby, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Good. Coach, we'll kind of lead it off with you, and we'll go from there. What are you kind of most looking forward to here on the women's side of things for this upcoming track and field season?
Once again, I'm looking forward to seeing these ladies get out there and compete. We've only got one meet under our belt so far, and we didn't take a full squad, so I'm excited to get the whole team together for this next meet coming up here Friday. We'll be at Bellarmine University, and so I'm just looking to continue to see their progress throughout the season, as always, with our end goal being indoor conference coming up first, and then outdoor conference in April.
And Nevaeh, we'll go with you next. You seem to pick up right where you left off. You were an All-American last year, finished 4th nationally in pole vault, if I'm not mistaken. This time around, you hit the A standard. You crushed it again, as you always do. What was it like being back out there competing?
It was great. I have like certain goals that I set for myself. So my main goal was to just like breathe, take it slow, and then like first meet off bat qualify for nationals, because I know I can do it. So that was really good. It was a good feeling to have, especially competing against like big schools like UK and stuff.
Yeah. Don't let her fool you. She wasn't breathing at first.
No, I literally got told to breathe.
You still get nervous out there, even though you've competed
yes.
on the biggest stage of nationals, and you still get nervous even for a season opening meet like this.
I think butterflies are a good thing to have. So like
absolutely.
When you have butterflies, you know that like something big's gonna happen. So yeah.
And it means they care, in my
That's
opinion.
right.
Like when they get nervous about it and anxious and excited, that means that they care. So
yeah,
it's definitely a good thing.
Absolutely. Gabby, what are you kind of most looking forward to this season?
I'm looking forward to getting back on the track. I've had some off seasons, but I'm really just ready to get back on the track and try to make some new PRs and really be back with the team. Because I've never left, like every practice I would go to, I'd go to the meets, but it's different from when you're watching and then when you're competing with your teammates.
I was gonna say you I don't think competed necessarily this first meet, did you?
No, I did not.
You did not. Okay, I didn't think so. What events can we expect to kind of see you in this season?
Well, definitely 4x4, 400 hurdles, 200, long jump, triple jump, maybe 4x1. So I can only pick and choose how many events I do
She's
each
a jack
meet.
of all trades.
I was gonna say,
Well,
my goodness.
anything below a 400.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I was thinking. I was like, my goodness, she names them all off. I'm like, all right then, great. Coach, with one meet already in the books, I know it's early and you guys you haven't gotten a chance to see your full team yet. How would you kind of assess and rate where your team is at this point?
I think this team's looking promising. That's what I would say with this group, with the veterans we have coming back, and then also with the incoming freshmen that we've added. I think this season is promising, and I'm super excited to watch them compete. Like I said, this first full meet at Bellarmine.
And Nevaeh, what are you? How would you kind of assess where you're at already at this point in the season?
I think I'm doing good. I have a lot, like I said, I have a lot of goals that I've set for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So one of those barriers is getting like up in the 13.7s and getting on bigger poles. And I think like with the coaching and everything, I can definitely do that. It's very possible.
Absolutely. What was it like competing against all those? You were the highest finishing non-Division I athlete in that UK meet in pole vault. What was it like going up against kids from Ohio State, UK, and all that stuff, seeing them up close and like that?
It was actually really surreal, because I actually did see people that I saw on TikTok, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've watched you jump. But it was really fun. It was, like I said, it was very nervous, because you're looked at as non-competitive, like being at NAIA school. but people don't realize how much work we put in.
Exactly.
We put in just as much as D1 athletes. So it was really good to like actually show what I can do and then make them think, oh my gosh, like I had so many people come up to me like from other schools, like bigger schools, and they were like, you're really good. And I was like, thank you, I really appreciate it. So it was nice.
Yeah. And Gabby, what was it kind of like being there at UK at Nutter Fieldhouse? You see all this stuff, and they compete on SEC Network and all that stuff. What's it like being there in person and seeing those Division I athletes up in person?
I think it's really humbling to a degree because it's an awesome opportunity that we even get to be there and be around all of these talented people. And I think it also, to a point, as us, we get to see them and try to strive for that next goal. So we see someone else's time, or we see how we can even learn from them too. So we see how someone did something differently. It's like, wow, I can maybe do that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of learning opportunity too whenever we go to those types of meets.
Coach, do you have that kind of same feeling too whenever you're at that meet and you see Abby Steiner running like Tasmanian devil around the track on her 400? What's that kind of like as a coach, seeing those athletes up close like that?
Oh yes, sir. I still get starstruck myself. I mean, in the past when we went to UK, we get to, like you mentioned, see Abby Steiner, or we see Christian Coleman. You get to see these professional athletes that you have watched for years coming up through the college ranks, and then once they turn pro, and then watching their professional careers. It's just it's a really awesome experience. And that's one of the reasons why we like to try to take our student athletes to these meets, like Gabby said, so they can see how they warm up and their preparation for their races. So it's a really cool, exciting thing for me as well. And then not to mention some of my coaching, mentors and stuff that I get to see out there and talk to as well too. It's just a really great experience.
Coach, what do you think are kind of your expectations for this upcoming season?
Expectations are going to be the same. We're always going to go out there and try to compete, and bring as many all-conference awards we can bring back. And then if we can bring back any more team hardware as well too, on the ladies' side, that's definitely what we're going to try to do and give our best shot at.
Nevaeh, we'll kind of wrap it up with you right here, and then we'll get to Gabby's answer as well. So, fun question real quick. So, you obviously compete in pole vault. What event would you be least likely to compete in? Like you're like, no, there's no chance in the world I'm ever competing in this event.
Probably like a 3K. I don't do long distance.
You're not a long distance runner?
No. I could probably give you a mile and that's it. That's it.
But for pole vault, I'm sure you've got to have a specific kind of training regimen that you have to follow.
Yeah.
For what's that kind of like, trying to follow that regimen?
So it's sprints twice a week and then workout 3 times a week. So, and we have like 5:30 a.m. workouts. So it's very tough. Like it's very tough.
She's up when the birds are up, Coach.
Yes, I am.
The Walters are putting in the work.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I think the work definitely will show this season.
Well, good. Gabby, what event would you be like, Coach, you can put me in any event, but this one I'm never competing in. I don't care what you say.
Well, pole vault. We were talking about this before, and I am scared of heights, and I've seen people, fall backwards, and just having to get higher and higher. There's just no way you could ever put me in that. Ever. I think I'd really run away.
Store that in the memory.
You'll store that one in the memory.
That was the next thing we were going to try to put you in.
No. I will throw, I'll do it.
All right. Nevaeh, Coach, and Gabby, thank you guys so much for your time, and good luck this season.
Hey,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much, Dylan.